I'm redoing the last video. Not happy with how it turned out. I was distracted the whole time. My dog was sitting there staring at me because the air kicked off, and he's hot. He's 14, and so he was sitting there staring at me like, why isn't the air on? And it was really hard to make the video, so now I'm going to try this again, okay? So here I am 10 years ago talking about the pole shift that I thought was coming in 2018. It's not going to be that far off of a prediction at all, okay? So, and here it is, 2023, this year, February 2023. Why has the Earth's spinning inner core slowed down? So all of a sudden, the Earth's core slowed down and may even change direction. Okay, now here, 20 years back to 2003. So remember, this is 2023 this year. Now, 20 years ago, let's go to this movie called The Core from 2003.
Oceans boil. Continents freeze. Poles shift. And species are destroyed by a single mysterious force. As of today, we are 100,000 years overdue.
Overdue, as in this is supposed to happen anytime now. Should have happened, will happen, gonna happen real soon. Overdue. Not crazy, not conspiracy, not nut job talk.
The core of the Earth has stopped spinning.
There you go. All right. And here's where I was trying to say I didn't do a very good job of articulating. Is that here this is reported in February of this year. I see it, work on my episode for the season premiere in April, starting in March the next month. I use the movie The Core here in my You Saw It First predictive programming segment because that's where I show where all the TV shows, books, movies, and all that stuff, how they predict the future. And I'm going to say it again like I did in my last video. Makes it worth the whole 99 cents or 98 cents that these shows are costing. And I use The Core. And then later, about the same time, because here you go, 4 months ago, so right around the same time, I'm reading this book, Ancient Book of Jasher. And I've been reading hardcore since 2019, and this is how heaven works through me. I just say it this way, and I say that because how else is, that's how I'm saying it's happening. What's anyone else's explanation how I keep doing this stuff so well? So anyway, I'm reading this Ancient Book of Jasher. And as I want to say again in the other video, I'm reading all these books, and it's really funny because it just leads me. I'm looking around, I come across them, I'm like, I either get yes, grab it, or no, don't. And it's like all these books I've been reading since 2019, all in succession, the one that I'm reading currently somehow always seems to mention one of the books or the book that I just finished reading. And so I'm reading this book, and it talks about this pole flip. And I show you in this video, straight from this book. And this is supposed to be just a big ancient history book. And it's even referenced in the Bible and all these different verses. Okay? And I'm showing you this stuff about the pole flip. And even the trailer, right? Pole shift. Pole shift. And so then I get this intuition. I always say from Mama God, but whatever you want to say, Father, Son, family, however you feel. Quit reading this book. Come back to it later. We got other things to focus on. So I'm watching a YouTube video by this guy named A3 Anomalies on YouTube. I totally dig it, and this is where I left it out. He was talking about a book, in the last video I mean, called Worlds in Collision. And so this is where I get this, read this book. And I just finished it. And here's what's really, really neat about this book is that right here on page 60 of the book, it talks all about this pole flip. If the Earth were suddenly stopped or slowed down in its rotation, the inner layers might come to rest, while the other outer layers would still tend to go on rotating. This would cause friction, creating heat. And this book, as well as I've said for years and years and years, as these pole flips have happened a whole bunch of times throughout history. It's all throughout ancient cultures. They all talk about it just like this book mentions. And it's amazing to have all this stuff and it's all documented, and then you read these books and it's like, holy cow, it's like someone is reading a book off my mind. It's so crazy. Mountains fell and others rose from level ground. The earth with its oceans and continents became heated. The sea boiled in many places. Rock liquefied, volcanoes ignited, forests burned. Sea boiled. They just said that in the core trailer. And here it is. I told you that now it's been screaming about the ocean temperatures and the heat. It's major news. And so the point in this was mentioning how I've never, since I've been hardcore reading, stopped a book mid-read and started another one. And in this instance, it's so amazing that I did, because right as I'm reading this book here, this Worlds in Collision book, all the stuff, the news starts popping up. I've never seen so much screaming about the ocean temperatures, and it's warming like crazy. And so if this book is accurate, which there's a whole lot of truth in it, and the Earth is really slowing down, the core is really slowing down, which we have magnetic readings thanks to Maverick Star Observatory to show that is truly happening, then we can expect the boiling oceans, the superstorms, because I've been telling you this stuff is really happening. The climate is changing, the globe is warming, it's been hotter before, but it's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with humans. You got a weakening magnetosphere, you got incoming cosmic rays, you've got a slowing Earth's core. And so here it is, in black and white, why the core slowing down would cause the heating that you're seeing in the oceans and in the air. Or not in the air per se, but they're just saying that in these temperatures. That's why I never cared. I've said that before, and I'll say in this video again, I don't care about air temperatures. Earth, like you, is mostly made of water. So that's why I've only cared about what's happening in the water. I expect this stuff to get a whole hell of a lot crazier with this weather, and wait till a hurricane kicks up and we've got this super hot water. It's going to reach a tipping point, just like in the core, just like in these books, and just like I've been saying in 2012, 10 years ago, man. This 2018 ain't going to be that far off. So feel a lot better about this video now and feel like it's a lot more articulate. See, the air's on now and he's passed out, my puppy. It's a lot easier to get things done. So what have you done for love today? CheapAFvideos.com. That's CheapAFvideos.com.